Hey guys, hey listen, my baby just told me something. I didn't get to watch the local news a little bit ago. Sullivan County's going to raise our taxes again. They're going to vote on it. First of all, we need to start calling all of our commissioners and tell them to vote no on this property tax increase. They're going to raise it 6 cents. That's about $15, $16 on every 100,000 assessed. So my property was assessed right at about $220,000 by the county. That'll be another $35, about another $40 or $50 increase in my house payment, because my taxes and insurance and all that's in escrow. Actually, it'll be more than that. Probably more like about 150, 175, because they make it more than what it is. So, and I mean, when are people going to wake up and vote these people out? You know, Kingsport did do something right. They got rid of their mayor down there and put Pat Shull in. Now, he needs to be commissioner of Sullivan County, mayor of Sullivan County. Sullivan County is about as corrupt as it can be. Look into it. Venable, he needs to go. Now, folks, I've been saying this for a while now. Venable, he's a Democrat. He's a liberal rhino. He needs to go. We have had more tax increases under him than we did under Godsey, and we throwed a fit about Godsey and voted his hind end out. Now, why in the world can't we do this with Venable? And not only Venable, hey, listen, every one of them commissioners down there need to be voted out. Every one of them. No exceptions, none of them. They all need to go. Eddie Williams told me one time, I called and complained. It was the first or second or third tax increase we had, and I called and was complaining to him. And you know what his answer to me was? That low-life Eddie Williams. I'll tell you what, I'm glad he's out of there. I mean, he's a low-life. He's dirty. He's corrupt. He's a low-life. Why in God's name people even voted for him, I'll never know. My wife, she voted for him. Well, I hope not, but I'd say she did. She's big buddies with him. I didn't even know that at the time, but a lot of her family is. That low-life scum of the earth, Eddie Williams, you know what he told me? And I mean, straight to my face, he told me, well, when's the last time we had a property increase? We ain't had a property increase since such and such and such and such. I said, well, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you cut taxes? And you're a Republican? I mean, me and him got into it. I hate him. I mean, I absolutely despise that man. I ain't got nothing for him. I see him out. You can ask my wife. I go ballistic when I see him out. My blood shoots the top of my head. My blood pressure goes up. And Venable's another one. Now, folks, no wonder Sullivan County's losing population. They said on the news the other night that we are losing population. We're losing more people than we're gaining. Why is that? You think that corrupt government in Kingsport and the corrupt government in Sullivan County's got anything to do with it? Now, I'll tell you what, I am very near having to sell, much less wanting to, having to sell my house. I mean, this is how far it's come. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this stuff about this school up here. I mean, people throw the fit about it. They don't care what people think. They're going to do what they're going to do, no matter what you say about it. I mean, that's the biggest waste of money, time. I mean, these people are something. They're already $40 or $50 million in the hole on a school that they don't have built. Tell me how in God's name does this happen? That's why they're raising our taxes again. Listen, I have nothing against teachers or firefighters or policemen or nothing like that. Hey, won't you take this money you're giving for these businesses and stuff, pay you firefighters, policemen, and teachers, and quit taxing us to death? I mean, somebody has to get in there and straighten this mess out, or Sullivan County's going to be the worst county in Tennessee. I'll have to move. I mean, I absolutely will have to move. If this tax increase goes through, I'll probably have to move. They said they was going to take votes on it. Come here, Rock. Get up here and quit. Quit. You breaking bad. He's upset. Anyways, listen. Guys, vote these people out. Vote them all out. Vote against them. I tell you what, I would believe the Democrats would do better than the Republicans in Sullivan County. Honestly, I hate Democrats. I despise them. I despise what they stand for. They're the party of death, destruction, immorals, ungodliest people in office. And I would rather see them run this county than what's up there now. Well, as a matter of fact, they probably are running the county, because I tell you, Venable is not a Republican. Get these people out of office. Anybody that votes in Sullivan County, vote against your incumbent. I don't care who they are. I don't care if you're friends with them. Vote them out. If they're not running against somebody, write somebody's name in. Vote these people out. All of them. They don't need to be there. They done showed us that. You can tell I've got a lot of other things going on, but my blood pressure's up. And I mean, oh, golly, when it comes to raising our taxes every year, I'm so sick of it. They had property assessors come by. Boy, they didn't even come by. They did it, listen to this, off of Google Earth. No lie. They assessed our property off of Google Earth. Raised my property taxes up. I called them, had them come out here and showed them some of the damage I've got to the house from weather, and this guy that put my roof on, Frank Harris, put my roof on wrong, and my house is rotting. The sides, the overhangs and the sides of my house is rotting off because they don't know how to put a roof on the gutter to match the gutter. It's overshooting the gutter and it's rotting my house out. I mean, that's another one right there. And I've called and called and called for years. Can't get him to do nothing about it. Gonna have to sue him. And they come out here and looked at it and reassessed my property the right way and knocked it down. But they could only go so far by law, because Sullivan County voted something to go against the state that would actually, our property taxes were actually supposed to get down when they raise them. Somehow or the other, and Sullivan County voted that out and going around it somehow. I don't know exactly how the law works, but that's Sullivan County for you. Vote them out. Vote them out. If they're going to vote these teachers and all this other bunch out there, a bunch of big raises and stuff, and raise our taxes, they need to start producing. They need to start educating our kids. Don't give them no more raises. No more. They don't need it. None of them do. Well, our cops do, but they don't. And look into their finances. Biggest corrupt bunch. It's not just the teachers. You know, I ain't got nothing against teachers. I got nothing against firemen. I mean, we got the worst fire department down here, Sullivan West Fire Department down here that ever was. Can't even put a stove out. I did a video on that. My wife called an ambulance. I was having a seizure in there on the floor. Had full-blown pneumonia. Temperature off the top of my head, 104 over 105, or I don't know. It was up there. It was up in the hundreds. What was my temperature, baby? 104 over what? Over what? No, that was my blood pressure. My temperature was 104.5. My blood pressure was 182 over 156. But they didn't even do my vitals. They loaded me up into an ambulance, hauled me out of the house, me delirious out of my head, full-blown pneumonia, and had a seizure. Called the cops on me. Had the cops waiting on me at the emergency room. I was out of it. I was passed out. My whole trip to the hospital, my back felt like somebody drove spikes through it. They dropped me down on a gurney, dropped it down, and I started screaming. Cops come in there threatening to arrest me. Nurse threatened to smack me in the face. I mean, that's what they did. They called the law on me. Never checked my vitals. Doctor come in there. My wife come in there first. She came in there about 30 minutes after I got there and asked us, if you all take his temperature, we're getting ready to do that. She looked at the thermometer and she turned pale. Went and got the doctor. They ordered chest x-ray. Had full-blown pneumonia in my right lung. Temperature out the top of my head. And that's what we're paying for. And they can't come up here and put a wood stove out. I've got carpets tore up. I'm still cleaning that mess up a year and a half later. I mean, stupid bunch, and we're paying them. Vote these people out of Sullivan County, every one of them. They all need to go. So, but anyways, that's my rant for a while. I may be on here again tonight. See y'all later.